right, so the bike is finally ready to go, put together, and I'm picking it up here pretty soon on the next trip. So we wanted to kind of just go over some of the actual benefits of this bike. We did a three-way comparison, but this bike is fully finished, and I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like in person. It looks like a lot of orange, especially when I see it in pictures and on videos, but man, this bike is fantastic looking in person. Love the white and all the different graphics it has on it. I'll let Lee kind of explain anything he wants to explain on this bike, as it's kind of the creme de la creme of the KTM world right now.
It is. I like how you said we finally got it built. Like we dragged our feet for a week and a half.
You did not. You did not.
Come on, Brian.
No, you did not.
When is it good enough, man?
I finally win the sense when you're just like excited about something. You know how it goes.
All right, so we'll start at the back of the bike here. So a lot of the things that you're used to seeing on the hard enduros, specifically if you were just to zoom in on a back wheel, short of those swing arm decals on there, you do have the Galfer solid rear disc. You do have the Power Parts disc guard on there. You're running the Super Sprox on the other side of that, and of course the DID Dirt Star wheels with the anodized orange hubs and nipples. So I think the big thing that we pointed out before is that the one thing that is going to be different is you've got that AT82 rear tire on the back. Yes. So the first time I've seen that debut on a factory bike coming in. So as we pull back a little bit, we've got a titanium power core. Oh, I wish it was a turbine core, but a titanium power core 2.1 silencer on there. So really pretty. I can't wait to see how that blues up, especially down at the lower part of it. Yeah. It's going to get all pink and purple and blue, which titanium does. Other things that they've done on here, you've got a Hinson cover that kind of yells at you there. Orange frame, similar to any of the special edition bikes. Different frame guards on there as well, a little bit upgraded on there. Standard skid plate on it, but you are going to get you're going to get a factory fan on that. So that's a nice upgrades. We can't pass by the graphics that are on here. You've got the Red Bull factory graphics. As you move up, before we go around there a bit, you do have a gut seat on here. So it looks like gut seat cover. It does still look like maybe a standard pan and foam on there, but the guts cover on there. And you can't forget the bling on the oil filler cap. Come on, who doesn't love that? Yeah. Who doesn't love carrying a 13mm around every time they want to look at the oil? So as we move up here a bit, you do have the softer ODI grips on there, so that's going to be a little bit different. You'll notice versus the hard enduro, they did not put the full frame handguards on, so they left them open with the flag guards here, or the roost guards as they call them. As we move around front, we get to the most important part. The 7580 Explorer cone valve forks, yes. The Explorer Pro, I should say. You're going to notice an AT82 front tire on this, similar to the back as well, so it's the first time we've seen that coming out on a bike. Similar DID Dirt Star wheels. Notice that this does not come with a hole shot device on it. It is an enduro bike. You've got the front rotor guard. We were talking about that front rotor guard a little bit, how it does provide some really nice protection here for that front caliper. So it does have some use there as well. I really do like the white mask on the front. The number plate look here right on the front. The headlight, of course, you're still running that LED in the front that they've switched over to about a year ago. Nice to see. You've got the anodized triple clamps on there, the factory triple clamps. I think we did call out last time that the factory does come, just like the hard enduro, with the mapping switch, whereas the standard XCW does not. Champions Edition does as well. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit different. As we come down, we do always like to see the case guard on here that covers the slave cylinder and the appropriate chain guide that's going to be there to fit that as well. Other stuff that's down here, I'm trying to think. I think that might...
Man, this is impressive. This is something KTM never used to do, was embed.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it before. I really like on this piece in particular how it's molded into there, especially with how your boots are going to eat it up. Now this is a graphic on here on this piece, but on the airbox air filter cover, that's going to be built into there, and especially in that dry climate, we don't constantly have those decals flagging on us like you see, like we used to see in the past. Still running a 1345 here on your gearing on this bike as well. Really pretty bike. So those. Brian, that's the highlights, man. Now I know we're going to take all this incredible factory goodness and then change it.
We can't beat this bike up and make these expensive
right,
plastics.
We can't leave well enough alone. That's what we do. So, so we're looking forward to it. So Brian has spec'd out a few goodies that we're going to be putting on this bike in the next week or so, and then I know he's going to be shooting some video with the bike changed up. The good news is that we're not changing any functionality at this point. Just putting on some protection and some very different visual cues. So stay tuned for what that's going to look like.
Yeah, please do stay tuned. 2025 KTM 300 XCW Factory Edition. Thanks for watching, guys.